today to get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/drenched to score 15% off. And
dude, they're owned by Ray J, and that's a shout out to all my gay niggas. All right, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Lemaire, we're in the middle of selling something, dude.
That was his company. He said it. That was a quote from him. That was a quote from the God Ray J. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Lemaire Gages.
But the baby could learn a thing or two.
Yeah.
Guys, thank God there's sheath underwear. Am I right? Sheath underwear keeps your balls off your leg, not your tiny balls keeping their balls off your leg. I don't know why it's so funny to talk about that. But guys, you know what sheath underwear are. It's a sheath underwear where your dick can hang out. I'm wearing them right now. I'm not going to lie. I actually do personally enjoy them. They're invented by a U.S. Army soldier, a non-psychic, Robert Patton, during his second tour in Iraq. Verbatim, they're really good. You put your dick in them. They're comfortable. I have honestly replaced all my underwear with sheath underwear. I do like them. That's real rap. Go to sheathunderwear.com and use promo code DRENCH to get 20% off your first order. Every order comes with Sheath's 100% money back guarantee. That's sheathunderwear.com, promo code drenched. Get Sheath underwear and let them support, you ready for this? Your balls.
The Wild Wild West.
We're live, dude. Thank you, Sean. We had to cleanse the room of Sean's bad vibes, dude.
I'm good vibes only.
Well, I have a positive omen. I just discovered I was in the bathroom urinating, as you guys might have heard. And
powerful stream, by the way.
Sometimes you pluck your pubes while you're peeing.
Yeah.
I plucked a
Wait,
pube.
what do you mean sometimes?
It's true. Every single time you pluck pubes. I grabbed myself a nice little pinch of pubes to see what was up. I had a pube that was gray on the top, but then darker on the bottom, which means new growth. My pubes are coming out in color again. Yeah. Yeah, that my body just got revitalized.
What happened?
My once gray pube, I don't know. My once gray pube is now, you know what I mean? It was a gray growth that got, the new growth was the chestnut beauty of my pube. They should be.
That feels like you're being refilled with new souls.
I think so.
Yeah.
Something happened where I don't know how that hair that is going gray just reversed.
Yeah. That's crazy, dude.
Someone called it a miracle, so I think it's a positive omen. I think it's a positive omen for what we're about to experience now.
What are you doing?
Lemaire, couldn't even explain what I'm up to right now. It's classified. Highly classified. What I'm up to personally in my personal time, I couldn't even begin to talk about it.
Yeah, okay. Whatever it is, fucking keep doing it. You're getting pubes back? Come on, man.
Matt has solved every hair issue, but it's only with pubes.
Do your pubes? No, your pubes don't go bald. If you go bald, that'd be sick if your pubes only went bald.
I just started, man.
Or they receded. If your pubes receded, that'd be sick.
A receding dick line.
Well, dude, welcome to the cast, Lemaire. David James, on the cast.
Thanks for having me, guys. This time, I'm pretty sure I'm going to stay conscious.
That was the proving ground. Stoner Dads was the proving ground.
That's the goal. Yeah,
you did absolutely fantastic on that.
For what I remember.
I mean, you took one for the team. The second one, you did lose consciousness in the tomb, and that's all right. I've literally done that. What you experienced, I've done that 1,000 times. Just weed-induced psychosis, basically.
Yeah, it's a test, bro. It's a test.
I spent like 10% of my time in a weed-induced psychosis.
In life?
I think so. I think it's getting up to there.
That's a part of your personal time, though.
It's a discrete state of consciousness that I do explore. Yes.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just a discrete state of consciousness.
Maybe that's when the pube comes back to life.
I think so.
Yeah, when you get to that higher plane and you're just getting in touch with like magical powers, and the pube's like, I'm turning back the color now.
It's like, finally, this guy's on to something else. Yeah. It's not just, finally, this guy stopped sulking. We can give him some pube color back. This is a celebration of life, dude. That's all this is right now. Everyone's getting bogged down.
Yeah.
The vibes, dude, have been so bad.
In the world?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, the fucking news is set up like... It's literally like two ex-girlfriends controlling the narrative. It's just two groups of people who genuinely hate each other.
Yeah.
That's the news of like, do you see Joe Biden fell? Dumbass. And then the other side doesn't cover it. And people are like, oh, look at this fucking old guy. Dude, it brings out the absolute worst.
Dude,
imagine taking Glee and an 80-year-old eating it on a bike. That's what it's come to. Of being like, I'm so happy that guy fell. I wish he got hurt worse so that I'm right about my argument I have.
You know,
I don't know anything about.
He fell at the old person part too, getting off the bike, you know? He didn't fall on the bike. He was like, all right, I drove it well. Time to dismount.
Were his feet locked in?
No, he just like fumbled. His feet like, blip, blip.
Why do they do that? They're the team of people trying to prove that he's like a sentient being. Every week are like, God fucking damn it.
Yeah, dude.
This was a non-cognitive task. You didn't have to talk. Just fucking fell off the people trying to weekend at Bernie him through the thing just for the sake of 2024 is so funny.
His marionette's fucked up.
But how many 80-year-olds are not going to fall off a bike?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. He was all discombobulated. He came to a pretty fast stop.
Dude, I think my grandfather drove well into senility. I think he was still pushing the Buick.
Yeah.
Buicks, they are like sponsored race drivers, like senile old people just exclusively drive Buicks.
Dude, you know they have F1, they should have like F60, and it's just like old people driving really fast cars really slow.
Just it's like a 2-block radius to the post office and back.
Yeah.
Dude, when they wipe out and hit people, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Old people like hit families at like 15 miles an hour constantly. It's like, just mow down. People like, oh, ouch, shit, fuck. They come out. I saw a lady do it outside of church. Church is a hot spot for these things.
I saw this on the news the other day. There was an old guy who shot his landlord in the knees twice, or like under the leg twice, because he didn't like come fix something in his apartment fast enough.
What?
Yeah.
You know he pulled a gun out just at his hip too. Fucking, just like me. He's probably sitting just like this. And like,
Yeah, covered up.
yeah, being old and shooting someone.
Dude,
Pretty
this
tight.
is like a precursor for like old McCusker.
True.
Yeah.
The nursing
Granddaddy Matt.
It'd be tight.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just banking on the fact that there'll be like some sort of very like jazzed up nursing home I talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
Like by the time I need a nursing home, it's going to be like full virtual reality.
Dude, no, they're going to have
IV
hookers.
drips.
You're going to be able to fuck at old nursing homes in like the future.
True.
Because they're fucking each other all the time.
Yeah, true.
Eventually they're going to like stop creating old people diseases. Fuck these
Like
young
robots,
there's
thinking
old-
like sex robots.
sex robots. Yeah. That's an application for them. They give them skin now. They got Terminator skins.
I think it'll be the way I vision my old age is that I'll be carted around room to room and I'll have like an LSD injection early in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I'll get like that'll be like 4 hours and it'll be like 2 hours on the auto blow. And I'll be like just submerged in like warm, pleasant water for an hour.
Yeah.
And then just like someone will wipe my ass and I'll go to sleep.
I have an auto blow.
That'll eventually be my life when I start to lose my fat. You have an auto blow?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
You're getting ready for, you're preparing for your
Preparing
retirement?
for your senility, dude.
What's your auto blow got to do with my senility?
I'm just gifted.
You trying to bunk with me, dude?
Yeah.
With senility?
Yeah,
How's
I'm
the auto
sorry.
blow?
It's pretty cool. I used it once.
Do you ever hold? Do you ever like
must
hold the
not
back
be
of it
that
down?
great.
You gotta yeah.
You just when I'm done. Did
You
did
catch
you break
yourself?
it?
No.
Okay.
I just it's a tremendous responsibility.
Okay.
True.
Yeah.
So you
With
save
great
it.
power.
Yeah.
So how quickly after getting it did you use it?
Immediately.
And then you never used it again?
No, it's under my bed.
Were you worried about like a Rise of the Machine situation, or
No,
like
it's just, yeah.
you used it? Would you use it once? You're like, that's too powerful.
Yeah. I was like, I don't want to be sucked out of inspiration. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all right. It has modes.
What is it like? One of those like laughing skulls from Halloween Adventure? What's the setup of it?
No, it's like a
You hit the eye sensor and it starts sucking.
yeah. Yeah.
Does it have eyeballs?
No face.
What?
Not yet. Not yet.
What is? Does it set up like this thing?
It's like a PlayStation 4. It's like a PlayStation.
Why don't they give you a head? Do you press back on the?
Does it make
catch yourself fucking?
Does it have sounds?
It like it's
Does
a
it have
little
like
loud.
a sound? Does it have a
No,
soundtrack to
I
it?
wish it had voice. Voices would be better than the sound it makes. It goes kagonk, kagonk. Yeah,
It's
like
a mechanical noise.
Yeah, it's very mechanical. It's like a robot sucking your dick, but it feels nice.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the important part.
Yeah, like I can see, like you got an.
Sorry, you're the head
on.
from Toy Story that comes out.
Yeah, like rolls. Yeah, dude.
If it just walked up to you like it sensed when you needed a blowjob and just kind of came out from Sid's bed.
That would be
fucking.
awesome. Just fucking
So you used the
Sid
auto
needs
blow.
to
How
be
long ago
sucked.
did you use the auto blow?
maybe like it's been 2 months. It's been
Do you
2
think?
months.
How often do you think about the auto blow?
It's like every time I walk into my room, I can't look under my bed. I put a skirt, it's shiny. Like, oh, I can't.
You covered it. You covered it. That thing's like the
Yeah.
Philosopher's Stone for you. You covered it.
Yeah,
It's too powerful.
yeah, dude, I'm learning alchemy.
It's the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah,
So are you afraid that you're gonna like it too much?
yeah,
It's gonna become an issue.
yeah. Because All you need is an Oculus and you're good. You get the Audible and the Oculus.
Oh yeah.
Did that how you did it the first time?
No, I did it regular.
Did you ever watch VR porn on your phone without an Oculus?
It's just like
And
two
you peek,
images.
and you
right?
peek around. There's some you make you
Yeah.
can actually like move your phone screen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like check out a lamp in the corner. Like fuck, dude. I never could see that before.
It's that IKEA.
Nice. Well, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good. You
I'm
had the
sorry.
discipline to
Yeah.
be like, you
That's-
have the auto blow.
That's the only thing I have discipline for. It's like sex for some reason.
That's noble.
It's noble.
Something we lack
Yeah.
for sure.
No.
I'm trying to redefine male sexuality and just to being totally just totally like seeing hot chicks and being like, the fuck out of here, dude. Don't show me that.
Just buzz off, bitch. Yeah. Get a
Well,
little bit of
you're
those.
raised to believe that like you're
Yeah.
supposed to be like turning around like
Yeah.
180 and swiveling and checking out hot chicks and being like, damn. ugh."
Dude.
No, that's the thing. You get older and then you keep it inside. You keep the creep thoughts inside.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Block them
Yeah.
out.
Unless you're on
Fully-
South Street, then you just yell at anything.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
There's the point where you get too old and you see like a really hot girl, you just go, like, you know, just like,
I agree. You just kind of let out a little cum. Ugh. Yeah, it's interesting the turn your whole sexuality takes as you get older, especially if you're married. It's like you just hold in all of your life force for a long time.
what do you mean?
And you can either, well, if your wife's pregnant, you're not like, pussy's not on tap. To be fair. Not in a bad way. It's
No,
you're
to be
both
fair.
like, we'll get around to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're left with like, you just
You got to
harness.
you got to put the pussy under your bed for
The pussy- I walk in the room, it's all I can think about. I'm like, no, I can't.
put your pussy under the bed, damn it.
So then you're left with this incredibly charged sexual nature that you have to either like sublimate into like good things or you creep around motels and become an absolute degenerate.
Yeah, dude.
I'm pleased to announce I have not done
Yeah,
that.
dude, you create an
I see-
empire or you just creep around. Yeah.
Or you're just doing very weird stuff that'll definitely make you feel bad when people eventually find out.
You buy a hotel and put video cameras in the vents.
True. It's like you. That's what all. Do you ever see like roadside? Like
That got a little too real for a second. Mayor's
Wait, you're
playing
talking
this
about?
out.
Are you talking about covertly filming yourself fucking hookers?
No. Not
That's
me.
probably where it all ends.
What?
You get caught with like a camera on a hooker and she
Yeah.
fucking stabs you.
Dude, man,
And you have
gotta
to,
watch
you have to limp
fucking-
back to your wife and be like, it's time to break it out from under the bed.
Yeah.
I was filming hookers again. I started smoking a little meth.
Dude, that's Euphoria, dude. That's like the first episode of Euphoria. The dad gets caught filming everybody he's fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a weird. I've noticed that's a strange personality type. A guy who has to like document every sexual encounter he has.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I've thought about that before. Like, if I ever become famous one day, you know, and I have like money to be sued and taken away, it's like, am I just secretly going to film every fuck session I have just in case someone says I did something?
Yeah.
That's.
You know?
Do you think that's what Kelly was doing in his house? Kel's? He's like, I know I'm pissing on a 14-year-old, but she might try to spin the narrative.
She might try to make me look bad.
Have you guys ever seen that video?
Yes.
I've never. How do you get it? How do you what? I've
It's the
never-
internet. It's
Googled
pretty
it.
sure.
Yeah, I just Googled it.
Actually,
It's-
I think you secretly have to get it in back channels now
Yeah.
because it's technically child porn.
It's like the Owen Hart death.
Yeah.
I've
video.
never seen that video.
The R.
No,
Kelly one.
I've seen a clip of the video, and they were showing. I was looking how an intelligence person could actually like match that up with his house, and
Yeah.
it was like they were kind of explaining like this was his one room, this
Yeah.
is the room in the thing, and it's like you don't see Kels' face at all. You see the chick,
Yeah.
and she's definitely getting pissed on.
she's blurred all over. Oh man.
It
It is child porn.
to piss on a
right?
lady.
I
Yeah.
thought she was like 15.
She might be, Lemaire.
Okay.
She might be.
Allegedly.
Now I'm looking at it. I'm like, did I see? I might have seen child porn. Now it's fucked up.
Yeah, but you were doing it from an intelligence standpoint.
It was an absolute
it was-
intelligence standpoint. With me, with all of my sexual force, being like, I gotta get to the bottom of this R. Kelly thing. Did he pee on a girl or not?
Yeah. You're just trying to figure out how the FBI can figure out your locations from videos so you can change it up in here.
Well, now you can claim Deep fake. That's the big thing now. They can always be like, that's a deep fake.
Yeah.
That's a deep
2004.
His was on like a VHS. Yeah.
You don't know how long technology's been around.
That's
man.
true.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're
your
right.
blowjob machine might be from 1985. You don't know. They're just holding it back.
Dude, I
True.
thought of this
Yeah.
thing. I thought of this. I don't know. You know how they found that weird doors on Mars? What if
The weird what?
They found like a weird space door on Mars. It's not a door. It's just like a rock formation that looks like a door, like it can go into a cave or something. And what if the Egyptians went to Mars? Because I was like, I was watching videos about the old Egyptians. They're like, the Egyptians,
we're gonna remain slaves even though we can go to Mars.
Yes, it's the perfect way to build an economy. It's slavery
Go
free.
ahead.
Okay, yeah.
You think they put slaves on Mars?
Dude, why not? They just sent them up there and they all died because they can't breathe.
Well, I don't know if there's cotton on Mars. I don't know if it can grow properly.
No, they were Jews. Their slaves were Jews.
Oh yeah,
The world was completely in flux.
the OG slaves.
Of Jews.
That has to be some weird cosmic constellation when Jews are slaves. Every 10,000 years, I think Jews become slaves.
Well, that's the rule.
I think that is like the cosmic rule. Jews were slaves. Now they're kings.
Yeah, now they're
Jews
kangs.
are kings.
They're kangs, dude. True kangs.
They absolutely are true kings.
Matt, did you watch the Chip and Dale movie yet?
No, what is that?
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers?
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about like the old
Dancers?
Saturday Night Live sketch.
Oh, yeah.
That's where my mind goes, Lemaire, because I have all my cum in my body. Like, you talking about the male strippers? No, I haven't seen that. What channel?
That's exactly where my mind went to.
No, Lemaire, what is that? I haven't caught that yet. I've been busy
Dude, it's the best.
improving my basement. I have so much storage down there now.
So much space. Yeah. Dude,
I go down there and discreetly fap and look at my storage. I'm like, oh God, look at all that stuff on there.
so much place to
I
store
could
my
jerk
cum.
off. I could jerk off to a house project. You ever
Easily.
you ever do something like put up a shelf and you just like walk by and stare at it for like the next 2 months?
Look at those L brackets.
Yeah.
Nobody knows the trouble I had getting those anchors in the wall. You see, there was a thing in there that I was hitting. I don't know what it is, but I got around it. Then I cut the bracket short and put it in. Yes, I've done that.
That's a lot of skill right there. Cutting the bracket.
Knowing you can do that,
Yeah.
it's big time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You got to hold your cum in for at least 3 months before the universe tells you, like, you can cut these things in half, right?
How long do you have to hold your cum in before you get superpowers?
2 days. No, I would say going into 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's my max.
Yeah.
I start
3
getting heart
weeks.
palpitations.
Your body can't take the power.
My body cannot take it's not, my fucking hardware is not ready for the fucking fluid, dude.
Yeah. The cum's drowning your heart.
Yeah. Your body's like, I haven't felt shame in 3 weeks. I'm not used to this.
True, my body's not made for the fucking serpent to coil up too far.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We shall see. Dude, what else is up with you? I don't want to drone on about my fucking very complicated sexuality. What's up with you guys?
Dude, I don't know how I feel. The other day I was like, I'm not horny enough. And then the other day I was like, I'm too horny. Like, I don't know.
Would you still smoke like a dozen blunts a day? Not to air you out, but that'll definitely fuck with your sex drive. If you smoke like a literal yard of blunts, it'll fuck your sex drive up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You smoke.
It's like Lemaire forgot to be horny.
Yeah, dude.
Then he gets paranoid, man, fuck, I don't think I'm horny enough. I need to get more horny.
If you smoke like a bad NFL run of middies every day,
Yeah.
it might dip you down a little bit.
Yard and play. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. I don't know. I just
Do you still smoke? Do you
I
smoke?
smoke. No,
What are you smoking
I'm
on
down
right now?
on smoke. I'm down. I'm not smoking as much blunts. I was up.
What's your BPM? What's your BPH? What's your blunts per hour?
I got about a half, 1.5 a day now. I'm going down.
That's not bad. That's an honest.
So 1.5.
An extra half
from
blunt so
what?
decadent. An extra half blunt so big.
It's just the average, you know.
What was your peak? What was your peak?
My peak?
Yeah.
Oh, pandemic.
BPD.
There, dude.
What was your BPD at the pandemic?
Yeah, I was throwing a pack of backwoods a day. Sometimes 7, like 7 woods. In one
Yeah.
day.
Is his mic close enough to his face, Lemaire? Good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So did you have to? Did you ever feel judged when you have to go to either the poppy store or I'd imagine the Chinese store? When you go back for that second pack of Blackwoods, do they kind of log that
No,
and then
dude.
go like,
That guy, sorry. Ted loved me.
I mean,
His
they know
name
about
was
to say
Ted.
they know your name.
Yeah.
But they have to know your
They
name.
seen my card so many times. I was like, here, it's on the government. Yeah.
You're doing what you had to do during the pandemic, like
Yeah,
all
you
the
know.
other Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True blue blood.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think? How many do you think backwoods were like out of the trillions of dollars?
How much did I put in?
No, how much backwoods you think were bought with that?
Oh, with the a lot.
Probably $1 million. I'd say $1 million bucks.
Yeah.
The crazy.
Backwoods prices or stocks went up. They for sure went up.
Really?
They had to have, like, all the money they made. They probably made so much money. People trying to learn how to roll blunts for the first time.
Can you look up who owns Blackwood stock? I'd be curious to see.
Snoop Dogg
I'm on
owns it. No.
It's got to just be owned by some generic
I'm on it
tobacco
right now.
company.
Just some Colombians.
I highly doubt that's Colombian grown tobacco.
Brands.
Huh?
Imperial Brands PLC.
Wow. How do you feel about that?
Where are they at?
Imperial Brands.
Is that the KKK?
Probably.
Dude, remember those little Crown air fresheners?
Yeah.
My dad used to have one and he was like, yo, they're owned by the KKK. We can't like use them anymore. I don't know. It might be true.
People used to say it all. I remember someone said like Procter and Gamble products were the KKK and Satan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, don't use palm olive to wash your dishes. It's from the KKK. It's like, what? That's their master plan.
Yeah. Palm olive cleans gooses better than it cleans my dishes. Okay. Machi.
That's a
too-
telltale sign of a KKK product.
Yeah. When it gets the black off you.
Yeah.
Dude, black conspiracy. Dude, do you remember during COVID when like Asian dudes were turning black? There was like 4 Asian guys. They're like they turned like dark.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of Rufios.
That was I think that was. Did you really?
I've seen a couple of Rufios walking around.
Speaking
They are
of
Rufios.
Yeah.
Dude,
Damn, how many Asian people went to Never Never Land after COVID? That was like some weird WeChat fucking dude. Lemaire hitting the fucking Starship like an animal. Yeah, I'm not financially affiliated with the Starship, but I did see it was a triple vape cartridge someone sent me. I was like, if you're an absolute monster and you for some reason need 3 vape cartridges, there you go.
Dude, it's a Captain Picard. He has that in his
They
pocket.
should
dude.
arrest you if they see you with that in public. The triple vape cartridge walking around.
What is that, a smoke gun?
Although I feel like you ask me how you get powers, Lemaire, you just remotely viewed slaves that existed on Mars. They don't want us knowing that Procter and Gamble doesn't want us knowing about.
Yeah.
Amir, I don't think you should take that home.
You-
I think
they-
somehow like you're gonna put under your bed like an idiot somehow, and then like it's gonna combine forces. Combine forces with your blowjob machine, and then like Lemaire hasn't left the fucking room.
Dude, the Oculus, I'm going to get you an Oculus and run a test
Oh, no.
just to see what you can see.
Oculus, the vape, and the auto blow, I'll be doomed.
Dude, I've been, it's been a long time coming, but I've been deeply investigating Project Stargate or the Stargate
What's
Project.
that?
It's when the CIA and the military started trying to investigate psychic powers.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been reading the firsthand accounts. I'm almost done 2 of them of people
Yeah.
who were like, this was my story. I got sucked into this project, and they were just like, they had people chilling in Maryland, just in rooms trying to remote view targets. And these, so like they would be in a separate room. We'd be sitting here.
Yeah.
Well, really, it'd be usually one of us alone for the most parts. And then they'd be in there, and they would be like, they'd have a picture inside of a manila envelope, and they'd
Yeah.
say, they'd show you the manila envelope and be like, this is the target.
Yeah.
We need you to describe it to us. And then you'd sit there and it'd spend like a half an hour kind of getting into a meditative state.
Yeah.
And these dudes, the 2 guys I'm reading so far, claimed that they were hitting like, the one guy was saying like 70 percentile or 60 to 70%, but also like they would be like, where are hostages? And they'd be like, they're here, and they'd locate where
What?
people are. This guy claims that he has live demonstrated remote viewings for audiences, and that there was like 60 missing people in Japan, and
Yeah.
he found like 50. He claimed to have found 50 of them. And they're claiming that they came out like remote viewing's too powerful. We have to tell people about it.
Yeah.
And the military blackball. Like the one book, the guy claimed the military tried to kill him.
Do you mean remote viewing like they're doing drugs to...
No, they're not doing drugs.
You know,
They're just chilling. These are like military dudes that got scooped up. So like apparently they would get kind of sussed out.
yeah.
For like people would be like, this is the profile of a psychic.
Yeah.
And they would like kind of find them.
Yeah.
And be like, dude, how they would just sit you in a room and go,
You got some psychic powers, don't you?
well, they would sit you in the room. They go, we need people for this project, and they'd hit you with the DOS, and
Yeah.
they'd be like, and it would say like that they're investigating psychic capabilities, and it's like they were thinking it's a threat that like other countries are developing these programs and they can kind of view sensitive information. So they put dudes in like a fucking Ramada and in like Russia, and they're like, go look at the military secrets, and dudes will sit there and start like sketching out like this is where they're keeping this, blah blah blah. It's pretty fucked up.
Dude, I think I can do that.
Dude, you might be able to. But this is what I've been reading. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this right now, how legit it is, because I think they shut it down. But these guys are like, they never shut it down. We're engaged. There's psychic warfare going on.
Are you gonna try it?
I actually did try this before.
Yeah?
It was it's an app called the RV tournament.
Yeah.
So it's a remote viewing tournament you can join into. I didn't know about the I think they call it like the takeoff or the lift time. You're supposed to spend like a half an hour like preparing yourself. I only did it while I was dumping.
Dude, I think we talked about this app last year.
We did.
Yeah.
And now, dude, and weirdly enough, I got a lot of messages about like look into the Stargate project, look into the Stargate. Whenever I get something like 4 or 5 times, I go, it's time. I gotta look in.
Yeah.
So I'm going pretty deep into it right now.
And you've been practicing this power unknowingly the whole time, dude.
I did practice it for a little bit, and then again, I wasn't preparing properly.
Yeah.
And apparently, this was all led by the place leading the research is SRI, Stanford Research Institute. So this was research being done by Stanford that was apparently put into like a military black ops. Yeah. That now they're like it never worked, nothing worked. But there's guys who came out and were like, dude, this shit did work.
Yeah.
And it was like a lot of them would start losing their mind.
Yeah.
Because me and O were listening on the way up. They would be like, you'd be sitting there for like a month at a time, and they're like, we need you to fucking find these hostages in like Tehran, and like you would be around the clock just like with dudes grilling you like, what do you see? What do you see? What do you see? And if it didn't work, they'd be like, what the fuck, man?
What years was this?
70s.
Oh, okay.
All right, okay. I see some American people and they're surrounded by browns.
Dude, remember?
They're being mean to them.
They have very long beards and they're not really nice to their women.
Dude, well, here's the thing. The funny part was they got a call. The guy got a call before this happened. They called him. The commander was like, yo, come in right now and don't listen to the news on the way here. They're like, yes, sir. Yeah. So they drive like an hour and a half to DC, and they're like, we didn't listen to the news. And they get there and be like, something's going on. Where is it? And they're like, it's hot there. Scorching sun.
Lots of sandals. Lots of sandals.
A woman was just slapped across the face.
She was driving.
A woman was just fucking yanked out of a Land Cruiser and kicked to the side of the road. Yes, go on.
You bitch, mother bitch.
This is what the military wants you to think, dude.
Dude,
yeah, so dude, it's like but the funniest thing is with both of the books I've read so far, these guys would like be like especially the second guy, Joseph McMoneagle, I think his name was like super high up in the military. Like according to his book, he was like a chief field. I don't know what it was called, a chief officer. I don't know what the hell it's called, a chief warrant officer. Yeah, and he was like commanding hundreds of millions of dollars to like set up the United States government's like IT infrastructure. Yeah. So like they needed him to, they like sent him to like 5 years of school to learn how to do it. Yeah. And then he got approached for this assignment for like psychic capabilities. And they were like, yo, we need you full time on the psychic thing. And he had to go to his commanders who like pulled strings to get him there and be like, guys, I got it. And they were like, dude, fucking don't do that. Please don't fucking do that. Like it's going to take us forever to fill this position. He's like, I got to do it. Like the fate of our country,
my destiny,
dude. There was people in the military. This was going on, and people knew about it. And they'd be like, "The fate of our country fucking depends on." They were being like, "I got to fulfill my destiny," and they were like, "Dude, please fucking don't. Please don't go do that." They were doing like tarot cards and shit. And you had like disgruntled military vets who had served in wars, being like, "Dude, please just maintain computers, please."
No, dude, I gotta play this.
Computers are definitely a bigger threat. And he's like, no, dude, you don't know what this is about. And you have guys who like completely trash their career. Yeah. To serve their country, dude. They fucking gave the greatest sacrifice besides their life.
Their career. Yeah.
Dude, and the first guy got crushed, and he claimed that like the military threatened him into silence. Yeah. Because he claimed that he saw burning fields. Yeah. And I think Kuwait.
Poppy fields?
No. These were oil fields. Ooh. And he was saying that
they got so much they're burning it off.
In Desert Storm they were burning oil fields to cover up the bioweapons they were emitting. Yeah. And he's claiming that the military, he saw these fields and the military would be like, you guys can't talk to each other. Because they would have been able to piece together what was really going on according to the first guy I read. And I think the book was called Psychic Warrior. he was saying that the United States government found out through psychic espionage that they were burning oil fields on purpose in Kuwait to cover up the bioweapons they were putting off. And then he was saying his theory was that like the United States knew about this but didn't want to pay out to the damage it would have done to the soldiers. So they were like, no one knows that a bioweapon got unleashed.
Was it true?
I don't know. I've never really looked at it. I just read these books. I don't really look into it. I'm more, I'm really reading it for research for a fiction book that I'm writing. It's fun because then I get to play with it. But yeah, dude, it's been pretty fascinating so far.
Yeah.
Pretty fascinating. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. I don't want to look into the debunking stuff too much just yet because I'm pretty sure that'll take the fun out of it pretty fast.
Yeah.
But the first guy, on his book review, they were like, "Fuck this crybaby." Like these dudes would just be like, "Dude, they did me so good."
Oh, dude,
they kicked him. The first guy, they got totally kicked out of the military.
Yeah.
Like ripped his benefits apart. All these guys' marriages fail so fucking hard. Then they go back to their wife and they're like,
I have a higher purpose.
I'm a psychic babe for the military. Or one guy wasn't allowed to tell his wife, so he'd be like, I can't talk about this.
Yeah, they're like cuddling at home. She's like, what are you thinking? And he's like,
well, this is what happens. So both
Dude,
guys,
like, she's cheating. She's with my brother.
His dick's bigger than mine. I see it. It's torturing me. But yeah, dude,
He's splitting her guts.
True, that stinks. Turn off that channel. You're like, no,
I sent some very large basketball shorts in my house that aren't mine.
He like scrolls down. He's like, his boots are on. Fuck. No.
Dude, wait.
Send me to the jungle.
Have you ever worn like shoes to fuck
Resign me
Matt?
to Nam. Have I? No, but I will say this. I do the opposite. I take the socks off so I can grip, so my feet can grip on the carpet.
Dude, I get my feet get sweaty, so I sometimes I put on shoes, and it's like it gives me like a little bit of height too. So it's like,
is that what the boots are all about?
Yeah,
you can't reach it with a small hand towel. Your head towel can't reach the feet. Like, pussy's got me slipping, dude. I'm fucking water skiing right now.
So you like the
pussy's got me water skiing on the fucking floor.
So you like to fuck with boots on?
No, just in
case you have to jump out the window.
You know.
Wait, so what kind of footwear do you do?
So weird, just some shoes. I just throw on whatever shoes are around my shoe.
Do you put them on?
Put on some
like,
heels?
Do you pull out of the pussy and put on the b-ball shoes, or do you keep them? Do you know what's up?
Well, Mary's like, hold on, Oculus. I gotta go get some shoes.
Dude. Audible. Yeah. Dude, I keep the shoes right next to the bed so I know,
Pop them on. It's time.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's pretty tight. No, I do the opposite. I telling you, dude, I had my bed set up almost strategically a bunch of times where it's like I am the perfect distance from that, like a baseboard.
Yeah.
So I stand on the edge of the bed. My feet are against the baseboard, so I have the leverage of my entire house, bro.
Damn.
And I just I get that extra half an inch that I desperately need, and it pays off, dude. It's fantastic.
Hell yeah.
That's the surprise,
genius,
dude. My body just figured it out.
You gotta explain that to the contractor. It's like, I needed to be this close.
Could you pop that baseboard out? Actually, like 15 degrees,
dude. Are you against
Can
the
you
wall?
build straps?
Are you against the wall?
Yeah, so what I do is my new bed. We have a new room right now, and I might have to put like starting block things in there. Dude, I need it. I need it. I need to have it.
Yeah,
just on a bed.
Yeah,
trash.
Ooh, what about yoga bricks? Do you think they will be good for sex? I think so, dude.
They have to be somehow.
Yeah, because you could put one you get two. You got one.
Put
for
one
each
between
foot.
her knees. Yeah, put one under her butt. Yeah, actually, yeah. You put a yoga block under her butt.
Oh,
that's like a classic.
I was just thinking you step on
step on the yoga, step up to the pussy.
Yeah, step on a yoga block into the pussy.
That might be too powerful. If you Zumba'd right up into the pussy. Or if you did the fucking, who's that guy with the ponytail that does this thing?
Tony
Little?
Yeah, I want to say Tony Little.
Tony Little?
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Shout out to Richie Redding.
Dude, oh man.
But yeah, dude. But yeah, so I'm right now. Here's the thing with the CIA guys or the psychic spies. On both accounts, they suffered near-death experiences where they experience kind of leaving their body.
Yeah.
And they come back, and after that, they start like getting streams of images they can't shut off.
Yeah.
And then what happens is they go to a military psychologist and they're like, dude, I have this fucked up thing. Like, the military psychologist taps intelligence and they go, "We got you guys another one."
Mission?
And then,
Another mission?
No, they go, "We got you. This guy has psychic abilities."
Oh, they're like, "Oh, we're going to use him
both
again."
people had serious injuries, and they're
Yeah.
claiming like something happened. Like the one guy got shot in the head,
Yeah.
but he had a Kevlar helmet on, so it rang his bell really hard, but didn't kill him. And then he went like full out of body near death experience. And then when they come back from these, they're said to have like to be able to use their mind.
This
in
guy
different
went
ways.
Doctor Strange.
Both did.
Dude,
The one guy the one guy just had other guy had just a very bad life.
Yeah.
So he was just like traumatized since, dude, his life, Joseph McMonagall's life was it's so bad. Like me and Noah were listening on the way back from New York, and like you have to just laugh, dude.
Did he go to the military and was like, "I'm kind of special"?
Dude, he went to the military. No, he went to the military because it was, I think, in the 60s, and Joseph McMonagle physically couldn't get out of Florida. He lacked the means to get out of Florida, so he had to join the military. He was like, the bus will take 2 days, and by then I'll turn around.
So they're saying you have to have something bad happen to you for the power to manifest.
That's the both accounts I've listened to you.
We got to go find all those girls R. Kelly pissed on and just start a new.
That's probably what finally took him down.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, remember in like 2015 when Michelle Obama was like, "Find our girls," and this program was around. If this program was around, they would have found those girls.
They did didn't they find their girls?
No, they didn't find
They
any
never
of them
found her.
girls.
Did they chop our girls
I'm
up?
pretty sure they found.
Nah,
Did our
dude,
girls
they
get
didn't
chopped
find
up
those
somewhere?
girls. No,
I
they didn't get
think
chopped up.
I think
They
it was
just
girls that were kidnapped and like.
married off and stuff.
No, they're kidnapped in Africa. I want to say.
Yeah.
They didn't get married off? You think so?
Yeah. Why else would you kidnap 400
Sell
girls?
them as sex slaves?
Oh, damn. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
AKA
it's too
married
late.
off? You think they got happily ever after?
That's up. You know how many bitches probably trying to get kidnapped now?
Yeah, dude.
Every single woman's trying to get kidnapped.
Yeah, dude. You think they
You
got
get a
kidnapped and all
husband.
were like, "Oh, sweet, the moment I've been dreaming about my whole life, my forever person." We will link these up with the forever people in 32 hours. You're like, it's $1 million.
I'd rather be optimistic about it. I'd rather
Wait,
be,
I did look up if they found our girls.
dude, they didn't find them girls.
I've been up every night, but like, where the hell are our girls? The hell are our girls? Michelle, I tweet at Michelle every day. So Michelle, how's the food program? Are the kids fat? Where are our girls?
The kids are fatter than ever.
I think a lot of our girls ended up on the island. Actually,
Where's
our girls? I need answers fucking now.
No, do you have the information?
It says
Combination
that
of weed and coffee drink has me feel like I'm about to pass out right now. Go ahead.
it says that between 2016 and 2018, 3 of the girls were found or rescued.
It's not a lot of girls.
But 3 of them are
No,
found.
but wait.
Maybe their husband divorced them.
But
They were found with their husbands living a fantastic life, according to Lemaire.
103 of them were freed following negotiations between the Nigerian government and the militants.
Okay.
But a lot of them were killed in the process.
Do they have formal Nigerian weddings? Did you ever go to one of those?
Yeah, I haven't gone, but I've seen them do it
I've
online.
been. They're
Yeah.
tight, dude.
They
Yeah.
look fun as hell.
Dude, they
It
make
should-
it rain.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's part of the, you make it rain on the bride and
Nigerians
groom.
are rich as hell.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I saw. I experienced it. It's rich as hell.
Dude, I want to go to an Indian wedding.
Me
Fucking-
too.
Dude.
I'd like to go, but I don't know, man. Nigerian weddings were
Yeah.
the bar is high as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you have to lay face down in front of the father of the bride and like
You do?
beg. Well, I'm as the groom. Yeah, I wasn't at. I witnessed it, but
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
You
was going to say,
have to
were you
lay face
Nigerian
down.
wedding?
my wife is Nigerian, but not like
Yeah.
yeah.
Not like green and white Nigerian.
Yes, not like not like with a frowning.
No one's ever had
old
that.
as hell. All the Nigerian fathers look old as hell.
Why you?
Wizened as hell. Just
Yeah.
fucking. It was
They do have the same. Can you believe this? They do this, I can't believe this face.
It was very, it was
Yeah.
a lot of dudes it was a lot of dudes in glasses, like scowling, dressed up in like all white gowns, dressed
Like-
up like altar boys. It's fucking,
That sounds sick, dude.
you should be very pleased. It was funny. I talked about it before. It was very fun because the other half of the side was just like American black dudes.
Yeah.
And it was just me and American black dudes getting to just laugh all day, just nonstop coming to America jokes.
Yeah.
Just the whole time, dude.
Yeah.
It was so funny. I enjoyed that a lot.
It sounds like a good time, dude.
They started it and I was like, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I go? Can I play? I like to do this kind of
They're
stuff
like, you're
too.
one of us, dude. Dude, that was the time America stood tall.
Yeah, that was very funny.
That's
That
one
was-
thing
The dinner was delayed, and that was a.
Yeah, that was a stickling.
I was like,
point.
one of the goats ran away. Gotta go. I still laugh. Yes, yes.
Dude, I've learned that from other Africans. They all hate Nigerians.
Yeah,
Yep. Anybody from another country in Africa, they all unite against Nigerians.
Really,
They do not like Nigerians.
bro? They have a pretty elitist attitude. I watched it,
Oh, dude, the cockiest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life.
dude. The MC, I think, was called like DJ Nigeria,
Yeah.
and he came out and was just like, guys, like this is Nigeria. We're bringing up, and the groom was from New Jersey, and he was like
Yeah.
kind of like disdainfully like. And from New Jersey, it was just like, dude, what the? He kept bringing up he was from New Jersey.
Yeah. From New Jersey, he only speaks one language, dumb bitch.
we know like tree.
Yeah, dude. He was like, tonight we're in Nigeria. Like, fuck this bullshit, dude. It's like the best, but yeah. And it's like, then you'll read the news, and it's like 34 kids were kidnapped in a Nigerian primary school, and you're like, it's not good.
34 kids were wed.
Maybe they were. I mean, dude, I heard the math tests in Nigeria are off the charts.
Yeah,
Like the kids in Nigeria are ripping like hard SATs in math.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sick.
you gotta
Maybe
do
they were.
math
Maybe
shit
they
in
were snagged to crunch some numbies.
it. Yeah. Dude, you gotta do some Matt and Shane in Nigeria.
Some like bad guy in the Middle East needs to know what like 2,000 times 6,000 is. Like, give me 35 Nigerian 12-year-olds
12,000.
now.
No, 120,000. No,
120,000?
I'm wrong. It's 12,000.
What?
12,000. Would you say 2,000 times 6,000?
Dude, how do you know the answer if you don't know the problem?
It's 120,000.
Look that up.
No,
Check
it's
it.
not. Wait, that's
Check
6
him.
zeros, right? It's 6 zeros.
I don't remember what I said, but I'm gonna. What did you think the problem was?
Yeah, it's 120,000. No, it's not. It's either 1
What's the
million,
problem?
200
What's the actual math problem?
6,000 times 2,000.
And
Well,
Okay.
we know the mayor
what's your
definitely
answer,
is not
Lemaire?
Nigerian.
6,000 times 2,000. That's
He
6
might be.
zeros. And it's 6 zeros.
I might have to throw some money on you.
Uh-oh.
That's 12 million.
Ding, ding, ding.
Whoa, dude!
Yeah.
Hey.
Dude,
That's pretty
OMath
big,
is
dude.
easy. All you got to do is drop the zeros in OMath.
I can't do that.
Can
No?
you do any
I
other
can't
ones?
count the zeros. That's how bad I am at math. I'm like 4, 6. Fuck. Where's that comma go? Fuck. I don't know.
Oh, man.
No, my brain's made for poetry, dude. My ancestors were the bards.
Yeah.
I would just sing the greatness of kings, dude.
What's the song today?
Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah.
If you could read my mind. Yeah, I played some Gordon Lightfoot for the bros
Yeah, it
today.
was nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice, just chilling, waiting to start and listening to some Gordon Lightfoot. Been listening to a lot of that lately.
Yeah.
Really enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, is that usually the type of music you listen to?
My tastes are pretty eclectic, but
yeah.
I will say, as of right now, I've what all comes in. I want to start. I've been getting back into reggae a lot. Like I've
Yeah.
been just pounding coffee. I go up on my roof. My deck's almost done.
Yeah.
I go up.
Are you
in the
building
morning.
it?
Yeah, it's in the
Oh,
it's the
that's
last thing. We
awesome.
did an addition. It's the last thing to be done.
And you're building it.
Fuck no, I
Oh.
can paint a room. That's it. If I build a deck, we'd have serious fucking problems. I'd probably die in the process somehow. But no, my handy skills stop at like painting a room, and I can switch out an outlet.
And cutting an L bracket.
Oh, I could, dude. Give me those anchors. Show me anywhere on these walls. I can stick anything to these walls. Lemaire, I'm telling you, you can cut that thing off. When you do the fucking anchor, you don't need the whole thing. You can cut it off. It still works.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I go up there, I pound coffee in the sun and listen to reggae, and I just fantasize about having a coffee shop where I just blast reggae at levels that you can't even hear yourself talk. And then I slip in Gordon Lightfoot every now and again. And I'd have a dude walking around, maybe myself,
Yeah.
like at a nice restaurant, like going up to you, and I wouldn't like check on like how your experience was. I would just trap you in conversation about whatever I'm reading at the time.
You be the owner.
Yeah, so I'd walk around like, how do you like my, they'd be like, what? I'd be like, did you know the CIA studied telepathy in the 80s and 70s? And no one knows if it stopped. Like, huh? And I'm like, and I go to the next guy.
Yeah, they never freed those girls.
Where are our girls? There's a pharmacy near me that holds it down like that.
Yeah.
Which just like the most, it's like a political, it looks like a campaign headquarters.
Yeah.
It's like, free Ukraine. If you're not wearing a mask, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a neighborhood pharmacy you walk into to get stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
My job made a point to send out a notice that we don't have to wear masks anymore today.
Really?
They said-
Today?
email.
Today's the first day?
Yeah, they sent out 2. They were like, all right, you don't got to wear masks. And they're like, I'm sorry if I'm sending this out again, but you don't got to wear masks anymore. They're so like,
Really?
yeah.
How'd you feel about that?
I don't care. I didn't wear a mask anyway. I didn't give a hoot.
Yeah, it's where are we at time wise? Maybe I'll switch to the page.
Ooh.
No, we're not. All right, that's fine. We're rolling. We're going just fine.
So did anyone mask shame you
No, well,
for
yeah.
not wearing one?
There's one time I put on a mask and there was a room full of ladies who were like, "Woo!"
They were sarcastic, right?
Yeah.
Wait, why do they cheer you on for putting on a mask?
Because they're all wearing masks all the time.
Yeah, it's such a strange. I have that interaction sometimes at my child's like school / daycare. I walk in there, like sometimes I just go, I'm not wearing it today. And I walk in there and I don't wear it, and everyone goes, whenever you don't have one on, people adjust theirs. They go, and then nobody wants to be like, hey, put a fucking mask on. But I'll put it on sometime. But I wear it also. I sag it very hard at this point.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, fuck it, I'll put one on and go into school. You know, I don't want to make people uncomfortable, but it's fully symbolic at this point.
Yeah.
I wear mine Philly style, just right underneath the chin.
Yeah.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Philly style.
Yeah.
I want to start wearing I've seen a lot of the ski masks where it's just like a scuba diver where it's just your face hanging out. The Shiesties. I've seen a lot of Shiesties, dude. I might walk into daycare in a Shiesty, dude.
You gotta do a podcast in the Shiesty.
I might start wearing, dude, I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of dudes wearing Shiesties and I'm like, this is definitely a thing right now.
Yeah.
I might have to steal it.
Yeah. And it makes me, I don't know why, but it's like scary. It's like, dude, stop that. Like, come on, man. Like, I just see, you know how like burglars look? Like,
might start wearing
classic burglars look. I'm
True.
like, come on, man. Don't steal my TV. Like,
Yeah, I
be
might
cool,
start
dude.
dressing in like a eye slitted black thing and then like black and white striped clothes.
Yeah.
Like a classical burglar.
Yeah, get a cape, dude. And a hamburglar.
Yeah, that is a bad look. And I actually, my wife was a while ago during the pandemic working in a court.
Yeah.
And she said a guy wore a Shiesty to his trial and like had it pulled up. And the judge was like, dude, why the fuck are you wearing a ski mask? He's like, I thought I had to wear a mask. And they're like, not a ski mask, dumbass.
Yeah.
Dude, judges get very, I don't know if this was since Judge
Guilty.
Judy or not. Dude, if you go to any courtroom, judges like they like have a good time in there.
Yeah.
I think they all saw Judge Judy and like, I could do that.
Yeah.
They're smart Alex.
They're all
dude.
trying to be famous judges now.
Yeah. Dude, I worked in a courthouse for like 6 years.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You saw the action?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff was going down?
A lot of sassy judges in there.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy levels of sass from I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, they got a power trip, you know? They feel like they can just say
True.
whatever they want to.
No, they are deciding everyone's fates. Imagine deciding fates all day.
Yeah.
And just being like, this guy was kind of a dickhead to me. Jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a long time.
One time there was a domestic violence case. And this guy came in with a shirt that says, I had the dick, so I make the rules.
Guilty, dude. He's guilty.
I was like, this motherfucker's going to prison.
I mean, he was until the state intervened. He was fully in charge.
His public defender turned around and saw him and was like, fuck. And I'm just trying not to laugh.
I have the dick. Yes, Your Honor. That must have sucked, dude. It's so funny just to lack that much awareness where he was in court. He was sitting there like,
yeah.
probably should have worn this. I probably should have worn the I was stupid. He should have worn the I was stupid.
Yeah.
And pointed it at his defender. I was stupid. Damn, dude.
You got to point it at your lawyer. That'd be funny.
Dude, wearing the attitude tee to court to your trial, wearing an attitude tee to your trial is the sickest move. It's be like, don't even try it.
Yeah. Can you imagine wearing like it's just like a black shirt on the front and the judge is like, not guilty. And then you turn around and says, if you could read this, the bitch fell off. And the judge kind of like, I messed up. I fucked up.
Or just a free yourself t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's like free me. Just in case you go to jail.
Dude, that's the ultimate sign of innocence. The judge gotta be like, oh, fuck.
Dude, the shit,
Free me.
It's a hashtag. How many hashtags has he got already?
the shit people wear to court is fucking amazing.
It's pretty
Yeah.
tight.
It's absolutely amazing.
I've
No,
never
it's
been there.
fantastic.
What do people wear?
Just like that guy with that fucking shirt, like fucking this one chick shows up in like a mini dress, like she just came from the strip club.
Yeah, I've seen that. I was in the courts. I volunteered a long time ago to do like the family court cases, and I'd have to like go hang out with a kid and like be able to like relay his side of things.
Yeah.
Because there's like the state, there's the parents' take, there's like the agency, and the kid would be like, I would just listen to what they said, and the state would be like, yeah, cool. Anyway, here's what's going on. But I got to sit through trial, and yeah, it's funny because it's court. So like people will be like, all right, I got to dress up, and someone will wear like their shiniest bubble jacket. This is my most shiny bubble jacket. I'll show up.
Yeah, when people hear dress up, sometimes like, all right, club. Like, what's the best thing I can wear to the club?
Yeah, well, the lawyer would be like, hey, make sure you look nice for court tomorrow. And
Like,
they're like,
I
yeah, I
got
gotta
it.
make sure I look nice.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. There was one guy who had coke in
Fucking
his system.
ironing their do-rags before they show up. It's like ironing a white tee and a do-rag before you fucking go to court. Make sure I look nice.
Yeah, there was a guy who had coke in his system.
Yeah.
And the judge, and he was like, yeah, but I passed the state's drug test. And the judge was like, yeah, but that's why I ordered my own drug test, and you failed that because you had traces of cocaine. He's like, well, that's not fair. And the judge was like, dude, I'm not giving you your kids. You're still doing coke. He was like, well, yeah, but it's not fair how you did that. He's like, technically I wasn't doing. He's like, no, you were. He was like, well, even if I was, I shouldn't have had done that other drug test that actually catches it.
Yeah, dude. That's
And the judge was like, what?
that's cokehead logic.
That's fair. That's actually very. That's a nightmare for a public defender to have a cokehead and be like, dude, we got to brainstorm this. And you're like, fuck.
I'm willing to do the bare minimum so I can do it again. That's a cokehead logic.
I love the cokehead stories though, man. Like sometimes someone we call it testing hot.
Yeah.
Someone tests hot and be like, it's like cocaine's in your system. You show them the test. Like, man, somebody put that in my orange juice.
Oh yeah.
Like, is that what people do nowadays?
Yeah.
Just dropping some coke in orange juice. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Sprinkle it.
someone was trying to make you ball out of control early in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's that. There was always the fingernail. I always heard that. Like, yeah, the guy was on probation. He bagged coke up and it was in his fingernails. And he
Yeah.
tested hot. Went back to jail.
I've just done cocaine for the first time, dude.
Did you really?
Yeah,
you?
like
Congratulations.
3 weeks ago.
How old are you?
31.
Terrible idea. I'm remote viewing like a forklift crash. That's what happens.
Just be spitting out.
So you tried cocaine.
Yeah, it was cool.
You enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What was the
Should I
set?
say
And setting?
that?
What was the set
Or
and
no?
setting for your discrete state of consciousness?
The Raven Lounge, the bathroom.
Jesus
Oh, wow.
Christ, Lemaire.
Yeah.
Well, you're half dead when you walk in there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
That place doesn't have a soul.
No. Yeah. Yeah. It steals your soul.
So did you go out and Richard Pryor?
Yeah, dude. I set my hair on fire.
What
Do you know what happened? I read a book on Richard Pryor. He was doing like he was freebasing cocaine, and he was lighting it with a cotton swab that he dipped in rum, like pure rum that he would drink too. And he went poof, and like
That
lit himself
sounds
on
pretty
fire.
cool. Go on.
That's what he did. That's
That
what
sounds
he did.
pretty fucking
No,
sick.
he actually just set himself on fire in a suicide attempt.
He was
True. It's like,
freebasing
no, I was like
cocaine.
fucking lighting my fireball with rum.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh.
Which
He
one
didn't
is
try
it?
to kill himself. Richard Pryor loved himself.
Was he
would never
being
try to kill
epic or was
himself.
he incredibly sad?
No,
He
he
was being
definitely tried,
epic,
No, he
dude.
definitely tried to kill himself.
There's no way he tried to kill himself, dude. I read a book. He didn't try to kill himself.
He tried to kill himself.
Why would he kill himself? He lived the best life. He
I mean, he was
raised in
smoking
a
crack out of a cotton ball.
I think Lemaire just trying to talk himself into accepting his future.
This is cocaine. This is what they do in courts.
Come on, man.
No, it's freebasing cocaine and doing comedy is epic.
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I read a book.
Dude, you ever see the video of that
What
guy
happened?
singing in court?
Gardini, time out. We have the official. We had to throw the red flag on the field.
His wife says he tried to kill himself.
And he was saying, no, I was just having a
No,
good
his
time.
wife is wrong. She wasn't there. He was doing it by himself. Nobody was there. Actually, she was upstairs. They were arguing. She was upstairs. He just got her a coat. He took back. He was downstairs, pissed off, freebasing cocaine, drinking like pure rum.
She said that he warned her. He said, I've decided what to do. I have to do this. Otherwise, I don't know how I'm going to get out. There's no way out of this. So you need to leave so you don't get hurt too.
It's time to combust myself. I'm about to combust a move.
Combust the move.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
I'm going to go with what the internet says over Lemaire's book.
Yeah.
Who wrote Lemaire's book?
Some dudes.
What was the book, Lemaire?
Yeah, give us the book.
It was like a Richard Pryor autobiography. I can't remember.
Who, he wrote it himself?
No, I think somebody else wrote it off of like experience and stuff. I read it. Him and Paul Mooney were totally gay together too.
That I heard.
Yeah.
That might have made
Also,
him
a
sad.
invention of his bitch wife. Downstairs having a good time, dude.
Yeah, with the boys.
Dude, imagine freebasing coke and having your wife argue. I mean, also, that's probably a good. You're probably pretty nice at arguing at that point.
Yeah.
You're like, you just don't understand the big picture. Here's the thing that's actually going on. Basically smoking crack.
Yeah.
And just fucking deflecting your wife's
Wax
bullshit.
off.
No, I think that the coolest Richard Pryor story I heard was when he was banging Pam Grier.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And
That was the lady who got kicked out of all those houses. Pam? Who's Pam?
Pam. Damn, Gina. Pam. Martin. Pam from
Yeah,
Martin.
Pam was the one who got kicked out of
Yeah,
all those
dude.
apartments now.
Yeah.
Yeah, kicked out like Pam. I always hear that in rap songs. I'm like, who the fuck's Pam?
Dude,
And
you
why
gotta watch Martin.
is
Dude.
she being
Martin's the
dispelled?
shit.
I was more of a Wayans Brothers guy.
yeah.
I know.
Dude.
It is what it is.
Dude, yeah, I get it. You love the way Marlon acted so crazy.
Big white chicks fan.
Dude, White Chicks is
That did rule. I did like White Chicks. Yeah,
That's the movie
I was,
I've probably
I was
seen the most.
keyed into all of the Wayans Brothers stuff. I was
Yeah.
like, this is next level. My whole childhood.
What was the one dance flick?
Martin. I hate to say it, and I hate to.
Don't Be a Menace is the best one they did.
Yeah, that was actually very good.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. Martin was too black for me at a young age. I'd be like, what the
No,
fuck's
that's
going
cool,
on?
dude.
Why does that guy have all those watches? Like, what is that? Why does he have a different thing? I'd be like, I don't get it. And I told the Wayans Brothers, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, they're in New York. There's a white guy. There's me, White Mike.
Yeah, Martin, I was just kind of like, Martin and Star Trek, I was both like, not for me.
Yeah.
Those two things.
Got to get in the Enterprise.
You got to hit the Starship 5 times. You got to decode that. That might be the thing that lights you on fire.
Scotty.
Dude, that thing is so fucking funny. Yeah, I don't know. I never like. There were so many references from Martin. I always, dude, you don't. I constantly. Brittany's like, remember that thing on Martin? I always have to be like, yeah. I kind of remember.
Dude, you guys got to do a
Martin.
Martin sit and watch. Start from the
Yeah.
beginning.
True.
Dude, you've been indoctrinated into blackness for a long time now. You'll probably love it.
This is keeping me back big time.
Yeah.
My lack of knowledge of Martin characters. I'm always like, oh yeah, I remember that.
They literally just did like a Martin reunion special on BET. Tommy's dead, but
Yeah,
Did
well,
they?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
they did that on I think Netflix had a big push. They started when all of those like
The black shows from the 90s started
they
coming
just
out.
started putting them on the front page and being
Yeah.
like, we like black people. What are you talking about? Here's a show from 1986. Check it out.
It's fucked up because it was like 1 year there was none of them online, and then like
Mm-hmm.
in 2021, no, as soon as George Floyd died,
Yes,
they
they
put
popped them
all
up.
the black shows on the streaming services
They did. That's exactly what it was.
Except for the Cosby Show.
except for the Cosby Show, the best one of them all.
I know.
They were saving that in case something else happened.
Yeah, yeah.
They were like, fuck, they're getting restless.
Damn, dude. Once we find out about that Black Holocaust, drop the Cosby Show.
We got to hit him with the hospitals.
Yeah. Once we find the rest of those girls, drop.
Yeah, I noticed that around George Floyd, there was just like, hey, do you want to watch
Sisters?
Fresh Prince or Sister?
Yeah.
It was like the oldest shows.
They
It
didn't put
worked.
out like
It worked. Everyone chilled out.
yeah.
Family Matters was just pumping out on
Oh, dude, that absolutely neutralized all the peaceful protests.
Family Matters is the best show.
Is it?
Yeah, I love Family
Is it?
Matters.
Laura's a bit of a cunt.
Yeah. Do you know the episode they fall in? There's an episode they fall in love.
With Stefan.
No,
Urkel?
she falls in love with Urkel. They got
That may be one of the last episodes.
they get
maybe.
married. The last episode they're married and shit.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Spoiler alert for everyone.
All right. Do you want me to tell you the,
How does Urkel
all right,
end?
So it starts with Laura and Urkel. You know them. They're a little Laura. Urkel's in love. Laura's a
Yeah.
little fucking.
Did
get away from
Stefan
me
ever
there.
take Laura down or no?
Yeah, for
Definitely.
sure.
So she
For
knows
sure.
what's up.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't know what's up because she was deep in love with Stefan. They turned out Urkel and Stefan separated and became separate people. So she
They were
hooked
always
up-
separate people. Yeah.
No,
Wait,
they were.
what?
They were one. They were.
Urkel got cloned?
Dude, there was a transformation.
Oh, you're
chamber.
saying a physical transformation?
Yeah.
Like
what was
there were
Carl thinking about
two-
all this? It
there
was going on in Carl's basement.
Carl was just being
cloning
the
people?
cop, dude.
Yeah, there's like a beat cop. And
Yeah.
there was like nerds getting cloned in his basement.
Carl's just out
It's,
there trying not to snitch on his white coworkers.
Dude, there was an episode where Carl had to beat one of them up because they were like arresting Eddie. They were fucking with the boy, and he was like, "Yo, bro, you can fuck with all these other boys. Don't fuck with my boy."
Oh yeah.
Hey, didn't Eddie get into the mix though? Eddie was,
He became a cop at the end. Yeah,
but didn't Eddie have like wasn't Eddie getting like in serious trouble in Urkel?
No, he was just
No.
around. He was just like around. One time he got like they just profiled him. It was
That's-
just like
okay,
they
that's what it
profiled
He
him.
was just a secondary character where they're just like, we're gonna throw him a bone like one episode
Yeah.
a season.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was the he was the high guy. He was their Cody.
A lot of a lot of sitcoms in general had it, but they always
Yeah.
had like a hot, suave brother. He'd
Yeah.
walk in like bouncing in and
Yeah.
like, woo!
Yeah.
Oh, and they also had a retard.
What's up, Dad?
Like
They
every
did it.
show had a retard at that point. Like
Yeah,
Waldo
Cockroach,
Faldo.
Waldo
Waldo Faldo was
Geraldo.
the idiot.
What show is that?
That's Family Matters. Waldo's the man though.
If you-
Waldo? I thought Urkel was the heel of the show.
No, Urkel's the hero.
He was the nerd, but they
Yeah.
had like a dumbass or something.
The show
I
wasn't
see.
even about
Waldo
Urkel at
Faldo
first.
was
I
Waldo
know, I
Faldo
do
was
know that.
That's
he was Eddie's friend,
Yeah.
but he was an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was just the
he was
dumb
dumb.
foil.
Yeah,
Dude,
But he was really good at cooking.
well,
Yeah.
the best part about Urkel is they were like, they saw the Cosbys and they go, all right, we're going to hit him with some wholesome black Americana. Hit him with the fucking, they did Family Matters. And it was like episode 2, Urkel comes on and they were like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And it became the whole show. They were like, there's black nerds. And all of America was just like, that was like the tail end of the crack epidemic. It was just like Urkel like, what? What?
Did I do that?
They're like, holy fucking shit. And the guy had this probably 2 seasons written and like, then we're going to deal with some deep issues. And it was just fucking like having Urkel spill soda. And the guy was like, I don't
yeah.
know.
Well, I think the dad and the mom, the actors who played them, were getting upset because they thought
Reginald
like
Bell Johnson.
it instantly all became about Urkel, and they didn't. That wasn't the intention. Yeah,
It was supposed to be their show. The mom
Yeah.
and the
yeah,
dad.
yeah.
It just became about the, it's like, it all
Yeah.
became like a, how far can you open your eyes in anger at Urkel? And the guy's
Yeah.
like, how's this? They're like, it's
Yeah.
not enough.
Carl, he's like,
Carl was popping, dude. His eyes were open. That's all I remember from that show.
Yeah.
Carl's eyes going hard. And
Yeah.
Urkel being like, I better leave. Oops. So what happens at the end?
Okay.
So Urkel gets cloned. So they split.
Wait, we got to finish with Stefan first.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Urkel
saying.
and Stefan. Yeah, Urkel. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Urkel and Stefan
Urkel
split.
Urkel went into the machine, right?
Yeah.
Who
And he
developed
would-
the tech? Did Urkel develop the
Urkel
technology?
developed.
He was a
Urkel
inventor.
developed teleportation.
That's why you're keeping the
transformation.
auto blow under
Yeah.
the bed.
Yeah,
You're scared, dude.
dude. Wait till I make a real girl.
Talking weird science.
Yeah,
So Urkel created Stefan.
yeah. It was
Wow.
his.
Yo,
He was his.
that's
cool
pretty deep.
Transformation chamber. It was cool. Him. It was in him the whole time. So he transformed. They separate. Stefan becomes a model in France, and he takes Laura with him. Him and Laura are in France all the time. Urkel
Here's my
developed
question.
teleportation to go to France to meet Laura.
Here's my question, real quick. So they became 2 separate beings.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because before it was just Urkel transforming into Stefan from the machine, but
Yeah.
they never were 2 separate
Did
beings.
he
Yeah.
make that out of his insecurity? Did he like want to be cool?
Yeah,
So he made that machine to be cool, and it started to go.
the transformation.
It was like
chamber.
the-
Sure, you couldn't stop those writers. That
No,
was deep
dude.
as fuck.
It's deep as hell.
So they eventually became 2 separate beings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did he do that?
Because he was like, I'm enough.
So he's like, he had to free Stefan,
Yeah.
but Stefan was inside of him that whole
Yeah,
time,
because they were kind of fighting for control. And he was like,
within himself.
yeah.
Ah, like Two-Face.
Yeah.
So he said, "You go your way, I'll go mine. May
Yeah.
best man win."
And then he took his lady. He took his lady on a trip into France.
So Stefan had Laura
Laura.
in
In
France,
Yeah. He asked her to marry him in France, and she was like, no.
and Urkel was remote viewing that sesh. He
Yeah.
knew exactly. I mean, obviously, it was himself. It was himself. He was in the chamber.
You think
Yeah.
Urkel jerks off if he can psychically watch Stefan bang Laura?
That's some hard cuck porn.
Yeah. I don't, if they're 2 separate beings, I think that means they're separate consciousness. So Urkel wouldn't even remember.
Do you think he was coming when Stefan would come and be like, "No, fuck, shit,
Yeah. I'm more noble than this. Yeah.
feels like a hand job."
Oh, dude. And then here's the episode Laura and Urkel fall in love. So like,
So he teleports to France
he teleports to France to bring them back.
to block the pussy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Against
Yeah, he brings her back from France. She doesn't tell him that they didn't get engaged. She's just like, it didn't work out. And then
Why did Laura reject Stefan? were his tensions not
'cause I
pure?
think she's kind of secretly loves Urkel this whole time.
What?
Yeah. So she's back. They're just doing shit, whatever. This is like episode 6 or season 6, episode 8, maybe. I don't know why.
They
I
got
know
the
that.
teleportation in 6 seasons.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the one where they fall in love. Urkel starts a shower. He's just like getting ready. His old No, Laura starts a shower.
Yeah.
She starts a shower. She forgets something. Urkel goes in the bathroom. He's like, oh, the water's already running. I must have did that. He's a genius. No, he takes off the fucking shit, gets in the shower. Laura comes back. She opens up the shower and she sees him. They scream. and they do some looks, and Laura fell in love. At the end of that episode, she's like, "You ain't got nothing to be ashamed about." Dude.
He had she had a fucking nerd dick, dude.
Yeah, dude.
If you don't play sports your whole life, your dick's huge.
Yeah, you could kind of see it, dude. When he in the early days, he had fucking his pants were too tight.
You're checking out the cock outline on a 12-year-old Steve Urkel.
You could not look at it. And then, like,
Steve fucking Burgel, dude.
yeah, Steve Burgel.
So he had a fucking Steve Urkel had a bulge.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
yeah.
Well, that became a deep insecurity of the real life dude who played Urkel.
The pants.
What was his name? No, not his pants.
Jaleel White.
Jaleel White.
Jaleel
He's
White.
the man, dude.
He like was viewed in his real life as
Yeah.
being a nerd, and like it followed him. It was something he had to like shake and like
Yeah.
actively act against.
Oh yeah, he was gonna get typecasted. Like no one's like.
Like he said it like not even just it's typecasted, but also like
In
he was like
life,
the
yeah.
way people viewed me in
Yeah.
life was they were like, oh, this guy is the biggest nerd in the world.
know
He's
who
like, no,
else
I'm
he
actually
was?
Stefan, and I have a huge dick.
What did you say? He was also Sonic the Hedgehog.
Really?
Yeah, and I think he
in
played
this
Alpha.
in the new one.
No, in the 90s,
That was the
like
one.
the cartoon Sonic when
He was
like,
trying to
"Got
work
blast."
himself to basically like, I want to be in Bad Boys 3, and they're like, we have a bit of a journey for you.
Yeah.
How does Sonic feel? I'm like, all right.
I mean, hey, whatever. Voice acting money.
Was Sonic animated back then, or was he
Yeah.
wearing like a blue suit?
It was animated.
Like, can you just do one? Did I do? Like, I'm not fucking doing it, dude. I'm not doing it. Did I do that?
Do you know Alpha 5 from Power Rangers or Alpha? The guy to go,
The robot? Yeah.
I think they say he was in a suit for that too.
What?
Yeah.
Jaleel White played Alpha?
Like,
Was that part of Jaleel
that's
White's
a
journey?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, Jaleel White was not Alpha.
Dude, you never know, dude.
Is that on his IMDb?
I heard about that on somewhere. You know,
Is the
some of
same
the
Richard
things.
Pryor book?
Yeah. We're talking about Jaleel White.
Did Richard Pryor in like a delirium state forecast the end of Family Matters? It's gonna split.
Oh, dude, here's
But you're gonna suck the nerd's dick.
dude. Here's the
Actually, they did a porn scene in Family Matters and got away with it.
Oh yeah,
That's a total porn scene.
yeah. That's
That is
it's a
actually.
classic trope though.
And there was definitely a saxophone somewhere. Like,
There was. Their intro was like sax.
yeah,
Yeah.
every intro back then was sax.
Here's another episode that like this is a season 7 finale before they switch TV.
Wait, that
channels.
ended Family Matters though, right?
What the season?
Or
7? No,
Laura peeping his pipes and being like,
no.
Nice.
There was one more season, and
What?
then there was
Really?
2 more seasons. There was season 7, and I think season 8 on ABC. They like switched
They
channels.
had 2 seasons that were Laura and Urkel were in love.
Yeah. Well, they were like this. They're in this one, the season 7 finale.
Yeah.
They're like at the end. Urkel gets to work for NASA. He gets to be the first nerd in space.
I highly doubt that.
That's what they said. He gets to be the first nerd in space.
Pretty sure they're all nerds.
Yeah.
Can't work for NASA and not be a nerd.
But dude, his plan was to get up into the international space and propose to Laura on live television. So he goes out there and then he goes on a spacewalk. And he gets like lost. He gets too
Urkel
far
gets
away
lost
from the
in space?
spaceship. He gets too lost from the space. He gets like far away from the spaceship.
Then what happens?
That's it, dude.
What? That's the how Urkel ends. He gets,
Dude, cliffhanger, and then it comes back to season 8 for ABC.
what happens season 8?
I didn't watch it.
Fuck, dude. What the fuck, man?
You're the biggest dick tease I've ever met in my life.
Now I have to live with it right now. That I thought it ended with Urkel getting like
What an
sucked.
asshole.
I thought Urkel just gets sucked, but you're telling me they strand Urkel in space, all to just sell fucking toothpaste.
I
the
think he
last
comes
thing we
back.
know.
I think he comes back. I think he figures out.
He's definitely a changed man, though.
Yeah, he marries Laura, and they get.
Can we find out what happens at the end of the ABC season 8 finale?
I'm on it right now.
You're telling me Urkel gets lost in
Oh
space?
no!
How did you just let that slide as a person? Be like, well, I guess he's in
Yeah.
space now.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to like look.
That
I
was
gotta question your Family Matters dedication to that. If you've gone that far, why don't you finish the? Yeah,
knowing you left Urkel in space kind of changes things for me.
No, I think I read about it. I didn't want to get. I was like, I'm deep enough right now.
You were deep enough. You got deeper than anyone I know into the Urkelverse. What happens?
pretty
Please,
much
Guardian.
everybody else tapped out after season 5.
Everyone tapped out once they were like done eating a pizza. They're like, all right,
Yeah.
fucking.
So it ends with NASA struggling to recover its astronauts and save Urkel's life. However, it all ends when Steve returns to Earth, a national hero.
That's how it ends.
Yeah.
So you're telling me the end of Urkel was them not finding Urkel, but they would still show Urkel.
No, he returns to Earth, so they struggle finding him, and then at the end he returns to Earth and he's a hero. But I can't find out if he marries Laura or not.
It's surely implied that he marries Laura. There's no way they'd have him come back to Earth and be like, I've been fucking Stefan. Oh, you were lost in outer space.
I was just about to say. She's like, what? You were in space.
Dude, astronauts must get...
Yeah, this says that the viewers never got to see them tie the knot on air.
What? The writers here are fucking
So it's all
psychos.
left up to the imagination, I guess.
Well, they tried to Sopranos end Family Matters.
They're in
Season 8. Left it open to interpretation.
It's just Urkel just flying in space.
Dude,
Is he
imagine
dead, or maybe he's actually in space?
He's a hero. How did you get back? Don't worry about it. That's most of that show. You know, his parents are really terrible to him. That's why he was over at the...
I did know that, yeah.
They always went on vacation without him.
Did they really?
Yeah, they were like, we're going to France, but you can stay here. Just, yeah.
He was
But
an
he had
abuser.
a cousin, though. Myrtle.
Myrtle.
Myrtle. It's a hard thing to say.
Yeah. And he had an Aunt Luna from Altoona.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know this much. I just would watch. It was TGIF, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, "Yes, Urkel's on," and I would just watch it and laugh, and then
Yeah.
be like, run out of ginger ale and be like, "Done."
Did you ever do the Urkel dance, Lumiere? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
What do we got for the season?
Noah uncovered that apparently their marriage was set to be screened in season 10, but they never got that far due to network issues with ABC.
What?
Yeah.
But it only went 8 seasons, right?
Yeah, so apparently the writers planned to unleash it in season 10, but they never got the chance to.
What was season 9 gonna be?
Who knows? No, does it say?
Eddie Winslow gets shot
Yeah.
on duty. That's what happens. Carl has to deal with that.
Season 9 aired.
Oh, there
Oh, there
was
was
a
a
season
season
9.
nine?
Yeah.
Well, what happened in season 9?
Oh my
Noah?
God.
People are so mad.
You know,
right now.
my
I love how I love how the youngest daughter just disappeared one day. It was never
Yeah.
on the show again.
She's
She went
one of our
missing?
girls.
Then
But
she
they're-
showed up on Mandingo's dick.
Yeah. She's
Michelle Obama's still looking for her.
That might have been what started this whole thing. She was watching Family Matters, like, the fuck?
I think her name was
Eddie got hit by a car in season 9.
Oh, okay.
Did he really? As a cop? While he
hope
was
not.
Thin Blue Lining?
I hope it wasn't on duty.
And Suge Knight came after him.
Damn, that sucks. He got hit by a car.
Damn,
does
Eddie.
suck.
T's and P's to Eddie on season 9.
Yeah, I hope he's all right.
I think her name was Judy Urkel, the one that
Dude,
went
well-
upstairs.
Something like that.
Yeah, her real
Yeah.
name's Jamie Foxworth.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 X's.
What's
That was season 9 was when he got lost.
in space?
Oh, okay.
Well, man, we gotta check your
Dude, I
sources.
gotta fix
dude.
my timeline. dude.
Uh,
I'm
Your
sorry.
timeline's all
man.
fucked
Oh,
up.
dude, I didn't know that. Fucking
That
A,
makes
dude.
more sense though. To
Yeah.
strand him in space, bring him back, and have 2 more seasons.
Yeah, that's what I was
Well,
like.
the only thing you can do after that is go down and somehow get involved with the Mexican cartel. There's this fucked up thing that happens in a like a writing room where it's like space or a Mexican cartel. Every series ends up as soon as it hits space or a Mexican cartel. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, just cut it. As soon as
Yeah.
someone even suggests that, it's like, no, we're done. Cancel everything.
Yeah.
Dude, every fucking show, I can name you maybe 4 shows I know that end up with Mexican cartels. Breaking Bad, the show Weeds,
Ozarks.
Ozarks, that was another one. That one I was like kind of almost believable. That one
Yeah.
didn't offend my sensibilities.
Yeah.
Weeds, when they did the
yeah.
Mexican cartel with Weeds, the lady like sold 2 eighths of weed
Yeah.
and got tapped by the cartel. I was like, this is bullshit.
Dude, you know what's weird?
Biggest surprise was Narcos for me. I didn't see that coming.
There's a bunch of other ones. I can't do. I can name maybe I can only name 3, but there are so many shows that are just like,
enough, dude.
and now we're talking to the cartel. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's fucked up.
It's like the end all be all for drugs.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it has to happen. But space was a big one.
Yeah.
That was a
Gonna-
big.
That's gonna be the Lemaire story. Well, I tried coke at the Raven Lounge. Next thing I know, 6 months later, I'm with the Mexican cartel.
You know about to write that?
All the cartel members are showing up to your Philly's Funniest.
Yeah. My plan, dude. I found a bunch of dudes willing to pay $5.
Is Dorian affiliated?
uh,
Can you talk about that?
I think I got to keep that incommunicado.
Is Dirty Deeds with the Familia?
Hey,
Hey,
dude.
Chapo.
Hey, man.
Chapo.
Dude.
Deeds is Chapo.
Dude. He's fucking. Hey.
I can't. I'm not going to talk about
Dude,
it. You don't
also
talk about it.
top,
I won't
dude.
talk about it.
You can't bring up Deeds as a history.
True.
You don't get a name like Dirty Deeds without history.
We must be at an hour. Woo! All right. Oh, I wasn't supposed to do them at the end.
Can I
So
plug?
mad.
Can I plug
Yeah,
Panties in the
we can
Mouth?
do that.
Please listen to Panties.
No. It's all good. The
Listen to Panties.
yeah,
in the
Lemaire,
Mouth.
what are you up to? Or actually, start doing some plugs, dude. What are you doing?
Yes. Oh, July 21st, I'll be in Coatesville, Pennsylvania. Come there. It'll be fine. Listen to Panties in the Mouth podcast, please. PITM everywhere. Our videos on Spotify. That's pretty cool. Come watch that.
Pennies in the Mouth podcast videos. Nice. David James comedy.
I got I'll be at the Punchline Philly August 17th through 20th. Then I'll be at Cap City, Texas, Austin, Labor Day weekend, the 2nd through the 4th. That's if I don't get kicked off. We probably should talk about that later.
We're gonna kick off.
You know, you'll love this story.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, about
Slide in the
getting-
motherfucking page.
Then, Raleigh, North Carolina. I'll be there September 30th through the 1st.
Hell yeah, go see these guys, dude.
D James Comedy.
What's up? Yeah, dude, talk about your show.
Do it.
I hate to interrupt, but if you could please come to my show if you're available. I'm having one on June 24th, this Friday at Sesh Comedy with all of our friends. Brian Six, Brian Fennell, Karen Fian, Ryan Long. A bunch of nice guys are going to do it. And then July 6th, I'm at the Stand. Please come to that as well. Thank you.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
All right. We're done. Also, go to the Noble Bomb in Helium, Philadelphia.
Oh, hell yeah.
July 17th, I think. I don't know. It's someday. Look it up. Helium.com. Heliumcomedy.com. Thank you guys so much.